Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, hope you're all doing well on this Tuesday. And wow, I am here to discuss what a dramatic ending to deadline day it was for us last night. My goodness. But I'm here to discuss it all in this video. Make sure you do drop a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below on the drama that we saw unfold last night, of course. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it then. So yeah, look, Zepiqueno Redmond eventually completed his move from Aston Villa just when we thought it looked like it had fallen through at the last minute. Look, for me, the deal looked off, for the Aston Villa forward Redmond. As for me, I expected the announcement to be way before that 7 o'clock deadline. But, because of how it had, obviously, we heard over the weekend that we were set to sign him. And it wasn't like we'd approached Villa within the final hours of the window closing. This was a few days prior to, to get into this point of on the brink of signing him. So, I don't know. I just felt like it was going to be way before. Nothing was filtering through, though. And yeah, I thought everything was kind of done apart from the medical side of things, and that's why I was a bit confused why it took so long. But we got there in the end. I was refreshing my X feed constantly after that 7 o'clock deadline, hoping to hear news. And then obviously you always have to check what the owner's saying, Kevin Nagel, who posted at 20-8 last night saying, stand by, which means, it means a signing is imminent, and something is about to be announced, which gave us all hope, I think, for sure. And then it was finally officially confirmed by the club at Harper State last night. To cap off what has been an incredible transfer window. I'm gonna review everything, the transfer window, and give my rating in another video later on today. So do stay tuned for that one as well. But yeah, wow, what a window it's been. And all I will say is kudos to our owner, Kevin Nagel. Fair play for backing up your words this summer and actually, allowing Lee Grant full control of who he wants to bring in. And Lee Grant deserves a lot of credit as well for the people he's brought in. But I'm not going to get in too much into the overall kind of picture of the window yet, because like I say, I will be doing a separate video about that and giving my rating out of 10 later on. But yeah, let's just get straight into it then. So let's get further into it then about the Redmond deal. Obviously became our 14th signing of the summer on a loan deal for the full season, of course. Now, obviously, just to recap, I did a video the other day, but just to recap, obviously, he can play anywhere across the front line, but usually he plays either as a centre forward or he can play on the left wing as well. So versatile. He's very versatile in that attacking area, in the final third in the attacking areas. So that's a big plus. 19 years of age. So look, bags of potential, and very tall as well. I class this as very tall. 6 foot. I think he's quite. He's going towards the tall spectrum, isn't it? 6 foot or over, I would say, is tall. Anything below that is obviously getting a bit smaller. Below, just a kind of summary of his kind of journey, really. Anybody that doesn't know anything about this guy, obviously, he played in the Eredivisie for Feyenoord as recently as last season, where he made 2 appearances in the Champions League against Milan at the San Siro as well. So, look, that was obviously, getting a Champions League play. I know he only played a couple of games, but he still played Champions League football, guys, for 2 games. So fair play. Obviously, from Feyenoord in the summer, he moved to Aston Villa on a free transfer. Obviously, he won the. He's also under 19s champion this summer as well. I'm going to put a picture of him now of him with the trophy. So he comes with that winning mentality and a winner. And yeah, like I say, he's most comfortable up front or on the left wing from what I'm hearing. Now, the gaffer, Lee Grant, had a few things to say about this transfer, of course, as always. Started with saying, I'm delighted to welcome Zepiqueno to the club, and his arrival rounds off a fantastic summer transfer window for us. With a great pedigree at both club and international level, he's an exciting young player, and I look forward to working alongside our coaches to help him on his journey of fulfilling that promise. In the conversations we've had, he's a player that clearly shares our ambition and wants to prove his ability. So that's a hunger we hope to use to our advantage as our season continues. And they obviously went on to say about having, obviously, another player with that natural versatility and the comfort to play in multiple positions in the final third. He gives our attacking unit another dimension as we look to compete across multiple competitions this season. And then, like I say, then finally, he kind of said about, having that exposure to Premier League standards with Villa, so be it only for a short period of time since he joined the club, but he's still obviously had a little flavour of that. And obviously the experience of Dutch top flight and Champions League, another big club in Feyenoord. Those achievements don't happen without hard work and dedication. So yeah, no, I agree with what the gaffer has to say. As always speaking facts. But look, for me, my thoughts has not changed from the video I did the other day, guys, about it. Now we've signed him. I think it is a big statement signing. Very happy to get the deal over the line. Yes, he's very inexperienced in men's football. He's very much, he's not played much. Obviously, I know he played, because 9 appearances he made for Feyenoord in total last season. And I'm pretty sure he would have been in the youth team prior to that as well. So he's not had much first team men's football at all. But he comes here with some pedigree, some really, really good pedigree from what I've already said about kind of what he's achieved already with winning the Euros, under 19 championships, making a few appearances in the Champions League, played in the Dutch top flight. And then obviously made his move to Aston Villa, where he's experienced, like Grant said, Premier League kind of standards, albeit only for a short time, but he still had that flavour of it. So really, really excited to see what he can do now in this team. And he gives us another dimension, physical presence, strong. He looks strong, physical presence. He has a lot of pace as well, from what I've been reading here and there on what people have been saying that maybe know more about him online. And I'm sure he'll add a lot of quality in that final third, which we all know we needed. We needed more quality in that final third because the creativity and the fact that we haven't had another dimension of somebody that we can use, get those balls into the box and have a striker in there as well that can win those headers. And he will be able to do that. That's what I believe. He's a strong lad. He looks a strong lad anyway, from what I've seen from the pictures that I've seen of him. And, he's not going to be bullied off that ball. Absolutely not. And he's tall as well. So hopefully he can use that to his advantage as well, because being tall doesn't mean you're going to win headers. You need to position yourself, and you need to make sure you're in the right positions, and you're strong. But this guy seems to fit the bill. But look, yeah. So I think that's all I've really got to say about it. It's just nice to have another dimension up front as a striker. And then if we need him, we can put him out onto the left wing, where he will just be as effective as, so very, very good. Very, very happy. And yeah, like I said earlier, it just caps off what has been an amazing window for us. So yeah, a massive warm welcome to Huddersfield Town, Zepiqueno Redmond, indeed. So yes, good to see him join. But look, We did also have, just to finish as well, we did also have an outgoing yesterday on a loan deal, and that is obviously youngster Neo Eccleston, who has joined Grimsby on a season-long loan, who obviously play in League Two. Obviously, he's 22 years of age now, and look, he's definitely needs to be out there playing regular. And obviously, Lee Grant obviously doesn't see him getting many minutes this season. He's not been a part of the team at all, has he? The start of the season for Lee Grant, so it makes sense for him to go out on loan. And I think my only hope of this kind of deal is that, yeah, he comes back and either bigger, better, stronger player, and he can then be in a position to push himself into our team, in the first team, next season. Unless we recall him again, which we did last season. We recalled him last season, didn't we? But I think that was because of the amount of injuries and we didn't have much depth. So I don't see that happening this time. So I think he'll stay there for the full year, and it'll be good for him to experience, men's football properly. Yeah, I think, like I said, he kind of felt like maybe he would be staying with us beyond the summer after, he finished the season. He had a few appearances for us, obviously under John Worthington, who obviously was the caretaker manager for us. And I thought maybe, and he didn't do that badly. I thought he looked quite bright to me. But the gaffer had a few words to say about this as well. Lee Grant said, needing consistent minutes at this stage of his career, securing the right loan move away for Neo was in everyone's best interests. Playing regularly, competing at a good level, and test himself even further against driven opposition will be an invaluable experience for him, and we'll be keeping a close eye on his progression from afar. Finally, so the league he has impressed in previously. His challenge will be to break into the starting team and earn his players through hard work and strong performances, with plenty of potential to realise and natural athleticism to make the most of. This is an opportunity that Neo should look to grab with both hands. So yeah, look, again, great words by Lee Grant, and I agree. He's going to go there. It'll be a great experience for him. He's getting a bit older now, 22. He's not really young anymore. Well, he's young, but he's not like obviously young, like 19, 20 kind of young. He's getting older now. So, look, let's see how he gets on, and best of luck to him. I am a big fan of him. From what I've seen, when he's played for us, I think he's a special player. And I think there's something in there for him in terms of, I believe that if he does well this season for Grimsby, then I believe that he can come back here and he can, push himself into that first team here. That's what loan moves, that's what you hope from a loan move, don't you? You hope from a loan move for the player to really impress, and obviously for him to come back to his parent club, which is ourselves, and get him in that first team, and he'll be ready to go with a full. I say full, yeah. Obviously, the season started about a month ago, but he'll have a full year practically of. Hopefully, if he can break into their first team, obviously he still has to break into their first team. Hopefully, he can do that. But yeah, that's all there is to say, really. But look, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure you do drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section what you make of the deadline day drama that happened very, very late last night. And anything else you want to mention, make sure you get it down below in the comments. But yeah, like I said, I'll be back later on for another video for the transfer window overall rating and my thoughts overall. You know what I'm going to say, really, don't you guys? You know what's coming. But we will do that video. We'll put that video out later on. But yeah, until next time, take care, stay safe. And as always, up the town, Lee Grant's Barmy Army, as Redmond is the newest recruit to cap off what has been a fantastic summer transfer window. Take care for now, and I'll see you all very, very soon.